music and love music.
So let it talk.
When we erupt into the room.
Dedicate this song, R.I.P. Rest in peace to every brother that died in the streets. We dwell on the memories and your legacies live on. To you we dedicate this song, R.I.P.
What's going on, people? It's Big Tonne Presents. I'm here today, Big Tonne, with my boy Dazzle.
I have to wonder why do we mostly tend to fight every time we come in sight of somebody we don't like. A lie, in general our psyche ain't right.
It's been a big year, man. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been a good year for me, man. I made a lot of progress in music, done a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I'm ready to take it to even bigger lengths next year.
Yeah, good stuff. What I picked up on, just like before I interview artists, obviously I do a little bit of research, and I like to see how artists describe themselves. I went on your Twitter and you've described yourself as an innovative artist with a motive, message and purpose.
Yeah.
Let the people know what your message is, what your purpose is and your motive.
Alright, my message basically is basically me promoting my lifestyle. Basically everything I've experienced within my 19 years of life through my music to people, whether that be my positive emotions, good negative things I've gone through, things I'm still learning at the moment. Basically, my purpose is just to basically influence people through music and give them positivity, like to basically feed off and basically influence them in the right direction in their own lives. And at the same time, when reflecting over negative situations, I hope to like basically give people the impression, allow people to see that I also have go through some of the same things they do, and basically kind of give them encouragement to kind of work through those kind of things.
So it's definitely like a positive message for hopefully people can relate to.
Yeah, I make music to be related to and to encourage, honestly. That's how I describe my music.
Nice. Away from describing your music, you got your head screwed on. You did 4 A levels.
Yeah.
What A levels did you do?
I did business studies, English lit, media and geography, and in college now.
How did that go? Was that cool?
Yeah, those went well. I'm in uni at the moment, so yeah, passed them, got through to uni, and I'm doing English lit at uni at the moment.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So how's sort of that development within your education helped you music-wise?
Music-wise, first and foremost, my education, like still being in the educational system has taught me discipline, because like I feel that, for example, when we having to wake up, I went to sixth form, sorry, but basically having to wake up early every morning to go into sixth form to get all my work done, meeting coursework deadlines, having to type out my work, make sure it's right and read and well read. I basically taught me the discipline to then in turn with my music make sure that if I have maybe a deadline for studio, or like I need to have someone's verse done by such and such a time, or I need to memorize a lyric, I have the discipline in me, and like that process is normal to me, so I'm able to then do that with my music. Studying English as well, it helps me a lot with my diction and the words that I use, so like it helps me expand my vocabulary a bit and using words maybe you wouldn't typically hear MCs use, which makes me a little bit different from the rest, I'll say. So in studying English in uni, yeah, man, it's a little bit.
So you obviously taken like aspects like time management, like you say, with the whole literature thing, because you're doing English. What how hard is it to obviously put the two together and get along?
Yeah, no, it can be quite hard, innit? But I personally feel that over the years, especially with influence from my parents, that I've developed self-discipline, so I know when I'm doing too much of one. Like really and truly, I think you need both of them really. Like you don't necessarily need both of them, but it's a good idea to have both of them there, because I feel like, for example, if music doesn't necessarily work out in the way you want it to, you have education to fall back on. Whereas if with education you get your degree and everything, but you're not happy with it, and your talent with music and opportunities are still there, you can still carry that through. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard though to keep them balanced, because I feel sometimes even myself, like I might be doing coursework and I might have coursework on a Tuesday, and I got coursework on the Tuesday and I got studio on Thursday, and I'm thinking, how am I gonna work it out and make everything balanced and have the bar ready and have it prepared in my head to spit in the studio and that? But it's like, really, it's hard, it's really hard, I'm not gonna lie to you, but as long as you have the determination, the discipline, because one of my acronyms is like, one of my sayings, is like hard work plus dedication multiplied by motivation equals elevation, do you get me? And I feel that if you have those 3 qualities, then really, you get me, you can make anything happen.
Definitely. Well, you've also got time on your side as well, so that helps as well. Like you're only 19, so it's all good. Touched on touch in on religion and how important that is to you, because I understand like not necessarily through your music, but you've touched on like how important God is to you and stuff like
Personally,
that.
I think I wouldn't base it down on religion as such, because religion is a complicated subject, and obviously some people will view it as giving people something to believe in, whereas some people would rather have a counter argument of saying there is a God. Yes, there is actually indeed a God, but there's also religion which is man-made, and basically because religion itself as religion isn't actually mentioned in the Bible, it's a complicated subject. But me personally, I believe like in actually something that created us. Some people may argue that there isn't actually a God, but even like the whole Big Bang kind of thing. But I think if you argue the whole Big Bang thing, then you have to think, where did the Big Bang come from? It's that kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I personally believe that like, I don't think, because like really and truly, if you look at the world, like I personally think, in my personal opinion, not saying it's facts, but in my personal opinion, when you look at the world, it's like everything's so detailed and some things are so beautiful. Like the world is such a, like the actual physical world is such a nice actual creation. It couldn't have just come around by chance, and it has to be something that created it. So I feel like I'm here for a purpose, I've been put here for a purpose, I'm trying to fulfill that. And like, every day that I wake up and get out of my bed and I'm physically able to do what I do, it's an opportunity for me, so I have to give thanks to who I believe gave me the opportunity to do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, obviously we've spoke about lots of different things just then, touched on different things away from your music. Talking more about your music now. Released our mixtape this year called Unity, which was actually named by one of your fans, which I thought was like a nice touch.
Yeah.
Because obviously
reached out to the fans, got them to get involved, and picked out a good name for it, man.
That's nice. Do you think Unity is lacking within the scene at the moment, or when you made that tape, do you reckon there was Unity lacking in the scene?
Well, not necessarily. I think there was unity in the scene, but it was more segregated towards different groups. Like I believe that the whole thing of like basically there was a whole thing of like East London, North, South, West, and that's all good, that's competition, and obviously that's always healthy. But I feel sometimes that MCs kind of get caught up within their own groups, like little segregated groups, and then they feel because of rivalries within other groups they're not able to work, and sometimes that creates conflicts and beef. I'm not really the type to get in unnecessary beef. I just feel that music is music, and at the end of the day, if you can get together and make great music, you should make it happen, and you shouldn't let basically egos and like personal grudges get involved, because like at the end of the day, music is what you do for the people, and you shouldn't be letting your personal life or your personal grudges stop you from doing that.
Yeah, because I mean a lot of people came through the scene and like say come through crews, branched off, and then that sort of thing, but you've been doing it solely independently.
Yeah, independently. Like everything I do is independently from the lyrics. Independent from the lyrics I write, to the money for studio time, to the visuals, the funding of the visuals, the promotion, all me, man.
Cool. So yeah, going back to the tape Unity, I counted 30 features. Is that right?
Roughly, between 28 and 30. Because basically what it was is that on the come up, I've been making music for about 3 years now, and on my come up, I've come across a lot of MCs that I personally feel, and like I've never actually had the chance to work with them in the past. I have had some previous mixtapes in the past when I first came out, but with this mixtape, I basically wanted to get everyone who I have been around on my come up on one solid project, where basically my aim was to provide tunes for everyone. So on that CD, I think there's a tune for everyone, every type of personality to enjoy. That's why, hence why basically I think off every review I've got, generally people like it and they say, yeah man, this tune I can listen to when I'm in such and such a mood. I can listen to maybe Skill when I want to set straight bars, Who You Are when I'm feeling low about myself, maybe, do you know what I'm saying? It's just like I wanted to bring talented people together and make really good.
Yeah. I obviously reviewed it as well. I really enjoyed it on my site. What was I going to say? Yeah, collaborations. Obviously, there was so many on there.
Yeah.
But was there like one that shone and you thought, God, I'd love to do something with this guy again or this girl again? What artist really shone out?
On the mixtape, one artist in particular who I really liked was Harry Shotter. I liked working with Harry Shotter a lot because obviously he's a lot more experienced than me. He's been around longer than me. He's older as well. And it's like basically, normally when an MC will send me a verse, I'll be like, oh yeah, he did this thing in the tune, I'm gonna write. And then we'll obviously make a good tune. And when I heard his verse, when he sent it to me, he sent his verse through first, and I was like, wow, this is what this guy's coming with. So I was like, okay, I can't let myself slack on this. So then I had to come and write. I mean, I had to think about what I was gonna write and actually put a bit more effort into it, because I thought, yeah, he's coming with some good stuff, and like I want people to hear this tune and think, yeah, Dazzle actually on par with some very good MCs. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure that I came with some good stuff. And obviously he's doing his thing as well. He's from a different scene originally, the drum and bass scene. I'm more hip hop orientated, but he's kind of transcending into that. And I'm also interested in drum and bass as well. So I feel like basically it was a nice collaboration from two different MCs and unity as well. Basically, like that mixtape there, that tune in particular, is a perfect example of like two MCs from two different spectrums, which you would never actually expect to work together, actually get something done. So
yeah, big up Harry as well. Well done on the deal as well with 360, man.
Big up Harry, man.
Big stuff.
He had a show yesterday with Chippy and he tore that up. He was on One Extra yesterday, he done his thing. Another artist I have to shout out though is Stubborn as well. Stubborn, I've known Stubborn for quite a while now. First encountered him, he added me on Facebook a while back, and then I think I saw his SBTV warm-up session. And when I saw that, I thought, nah, because basically I'm an MC, I like to bring truth from my lyrics, and he's a very conscious MC, conscious style MC. He likes to basically talk more about things that other MCs may be too, I don't know, like, not, I wouldn't say afraid to talk about, but may not actually be too interested in. He brings out the more, like, I don't know, like he brings more deeper meaningful things in his music, and that's kind of what I'm about as well. So when I worked with him on Hometown, it was sick. Same with Chew as well. Chew's different. Like, I watched Chew's SBTV, and I don't know what it was about him. Like, he was just so different. And I was like, yeah, man, I have to get him on something. Terracin, naturally, Impulse. I've known them two for a while. Man.
So yeah, obviously there's like a strong conscious rap scene in the UK at the moment, and touched on like your type of music is very deep and meaningful. Would you say you're associated with that group of rappers at all?
I like to consider myself an MC that is aware of the conscious side of things, but I feel that you have to have a balance. Because, for example, you can't come out with solely party tunes, because once another artist that makes better party tunes comes out, people will then start to transcend more towards them and possibly forget about what you're doing if you start to bore them. But at the same time, when you make conscious music as well, the mistake I think some people make is that they make conscious music, which is very good, but at the same time, they stick to that one avenue. So whenever, like, for example, an artist has a tune coming out, you know what they're going to be doing. I like to surprise people. I don't want people to always know what I'm about. So obviously I'll make music over me, and then I might make a tune where if you go into a rave and you're in a nice good mood, like you want to get down and dance, you might hear my tune through the speaker. I just want to make good music that people like. Obviously I like to make quality music, whether that be something to listen to when you're in a deep or reflective mood, or something you just want to listen to when you're in a nice high mood and you just want to go to a party and dance. You know what I'm saying? I just like to make good music, but at the same time I think a balance is important, because you have to keep people entertained, but at the same time informed. And I
think that's important. I don't think like artists think about that people, their audience, go through different moods through the whole day.
Yeah, do you get what I'm
and
saying?
if you can,
you have to adapt to different moods. That's how you make a good quality piece of music. If you have music that adapts to every mood that someone could possibly be in.
Definitely. Okay, talking back to collaborations, I know Random Impulse has mentored you and offered you a lot of advice through your career. And so far, I take it like you've learnt a lot over this last year. What knowledge, if you could give one piece of knowledge to anyone watching who's an up and coming artist, what would you offer?
That's a piece of knowledge for them, What I would say is this: when you make music, people feel that they have to make music to please people. Obviously you're making music because you want people to like the music, but I feel if you make music that you personally like and you can personally relate to, you as a person if you make music that you as a person can personally relate to, you'll be surprised, but a lot of other people can actually relate to what you're saying, going through as well. Like, we're all human and we all share similar emotions, no matter how awkward or hard or easy your situation even may be. And like, if you make music that you personally can feel, even if you're maybe unsure of it at the start, like, you will be surprised that people are similar to yourself who are also going through the same tribulations will kind of actually pick up on it. Like, for example, if you suffer domestic violence at home and you think, I can't make a tune about this because I don't know how people are going to react, but you actually do go ahead and do it. It's like people that are within those kind of circumstances themselves will then be able to pick up on your music, and because it has a deep hitting message as well, they'll pick up on it and actually become interested in what you do. And then the more you kind of provide good music, which is like good, I call it soul food, innit? As long as you provide that good soulful music, they'll keep on listening to you. In the same way, as long as you can also manage to keep some people entertained while you do your thing. Not saying you have to make a fool of yourself or anything, but you just have to kind of make good music, which is also entertaining and it isn't always necessarily deep and hardcore. It has to be sometimes good, nice music that you can listen to and relax to.
Yeah, so it's been a big year for yourself. You're putting a lot of hard work, and I can see the progress you've made throughout the whole year. Made a great mixtape as well. So yeah, what have the fans got to look forward to for 2012?
I don't really like to say things, I just like to prove them with my actions. So I'll say just watch out for a lot more quality music, a lot more visuals and a lot more me. Like at the end of 2010, I said I was going to do a lot of big stuff this year, 2011, and I feel that I've done that, do you get what I'm saying? I've put out a lot of visuals, I've put out some good tunes and a mixtape, and it's got a really good response. So 2011 has been a good year for me, man, and like now we're at the end of the year, I just hope for bigger and better things next year, 2012, do you get what I mean? And it's like, every year I try to kind of develop myself and make bigger movements and improve in my music as well, so just look out for an improvement, man, better visuals, better tunes. And yeah, man, just a lot more of me, I can say.
Good stuff. Any last words at all?
Big up all the supporters. Like, I'm a totally independent artist at the moment. No management, no label, not even funding from exterior sources. This all comes from me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I appreciate everyone that genuinely supports, because you don't normally get people that support up-and-coming artists when they haven't got the backing. So those kind of supporters are rare, do you get what I'm saying? And they're really good. And it's like, there's loyalty there because they're definitely from the start, do you get me? So big up all the supporters naturally. Big up all the other artists I've worked with, the people around me. And big up everyone that's watching this now, man. Support is to come even, yeah, just watch out for me, man, I'm coming.
Good stuff. Big Tonne presents Dazzle. It's been a pleasure, man. And take care, yeah? Have a good Christmas.